And we give double honor to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. 2024, which is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Lord willing, this the year the Yahweh Shai redeems the elect, sets up the kingdom of heaven, which belongs to you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Man, big changes, big changes. This is GMS Motivation news updates, just going in the spirit. And the title of this is "And Everything Do It to the Glory of the Lord." All right, that's one thing that came to my spirit this morning or earlier today was at the time we had now, the best thing is to do it for the glory of the Lord in everything that you do, because sometimes you may go through a situation where you think it's you catching hell, but the Lord is taking you there. So he did what? So you could go and talk to one of his sheep, because the elect is, if not sealed, it's almost sealed, man. All right. So the mentality is that every move that's being made now is for the ending of this place. All right. There is no more Babylon power structure. There's a story I'm getting ready to do where it says there's only 3% left of the dollar. The dollar only has 3% of its buying power. 3%. That means it's almost over. So what it's now is running on fumes, just like your shop has 3 days shelf life on products, and it has to use up those products before it can get new products. What's happening now is Babylon has a shelf life it's already over with. These nations have stopped using the dollar. That's why we're at war now, and we must go to war. The situation in Lebanon, they said that damn near them Amalekites might have dropped the tactical nuke, man. So that thing is constantly in your mind. It's constantly being pushed. It's constantly being set up that there's going to be a nuclear exchange. And then the story with McGregor, the nuclear, he used to be a nuclear analyst or something like that. He said this situation with Biden wanting to sign that act for Russia to be able to use weapons, that was almost it. He said there was a back channel. The back channel is pretty much that emergency red phone that each of these countries have, that they call each other on when it's drastic, or they tell them, hey, we're launching a missile for test wise, but it's not a real missile, so they don't go get to launching missiles. They said that Russia had to call that back channel because they sent the person to the UN, the advisor or the representative to the UN, and told them it's going to be a declaration of war. If you sign this act to allow Ukraine to strike Russia, it's going to be a declaration of war. Why is that? Because the systems that it takes to launch these missiles, Russia knows what it takes. You have to put in codes. You have to put in classified, cryptic codes that Ukraine can't even touch. So these weapons that they're talking about giving Ukraine, it has to be American hands or British hands that launch these missiles. So Russia told them and said, we know that it's you that are giving the codes for these weapons to be used. So you are striking us. And the guy made an example. He said that's like Russia giving Mexico missiles and saying strike Colorado, and then Colorado goes up, and then Russia's like, oh, it was Mexico that did it. No, it's not Mexico that did it. The U.S. would blame Russia. So the same thing is happening right now. They're just disguising it and saying, oh, Ukraine, and Ukraine don't have much military men left. They get 300 men dying a week or a day, or Russia striking strategic locations that are destroying Ukraine, man. So all this talking the news about you, it's not Ukraine anymore, it's NATO. Okay, so Russia told them and said, look, if you sign that, we're gonna hit cities, man. We have no choice. So we're at the door of this thing beyond the time that we've ever been. So the mentality is every move that you're making, everything that's happening now is to move towards that goal, man. That means you might go somewhere and talk to somebody that might be of the elect. And it might be somebody that's been on the fence or do anything. That's why it says every move must be done to the glory of the Lord, man. Forget your glory. Put your glory on the back burner. That's what's going to cut a lot of egotistical movement out, man. And I say it for myself. Every move, and I had to go talk to somebody the other day that was hurt, man. I didn't even know what was going to come out of it. The person started crying, man. And the spirit said there's a lot of people that are that are searching right now. But that's the time we at now. Is every move is to the glory of the Lord. Your sit downs, your moves that you make at work. It's not, you're just not going to clock in. I remember the time of in the scriptures where it's talked about Daniel, that he was sent a prophet to give him food. So certain times you'll be sent to brothers, or you'll say something to a brother that motivates them, that nourishes them. That's in the time we're at now, man. This bitch is almost over, man. It's and then they just set out that there's gonna be a new moon that's gonna circulate our planet for about 50 days. That's a sign in the heaven. There's going to be an actual new moon. I think it says it's the size of a car, a small car, or maybe a bus. But it's going to be a moon that's going to be spinning around our Earth for about 3 months. That's never happened before, man. Another moon is going to be in our atmosphere, man. So not even just Earth changes, universal changes, man, are taking place. The Lord is showing signs that He's coming, man. And the judgment is getting ready to take place. You got all these migrants here. You got all of these animosity with this election. We don't know what's going to take place and who wins, man. Hey, the water brother. This is the Brook brother.